Let's do it.
What's up, everybody? It's a Grand Line Gazette, and if you watch One Piece episode 1127, then you should be right
Eight.
here. Oh, it's 28. You're right.
28.
1128. Then you should be right here, right now, listening to this
Mm-hmm.
review, telling us how you guys felt about the episode. It was a hell of an episode. Write down in the
Yeah.
comments below what was the craziest part for you. As always, that's Kev. I'm Corey. This is the Grand Line Gazette where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day. You're a new subscriber. You're a new commenter. Let us know exactly which admiral are you the most surprised with in this
Yeah.
anime? Because in the manga, they're kind of like you could easily overlook them, but they're kind of okay. I see the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As all,
Hey. Yeah. Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
but as always, Kev starts us off with basically the breakdown, what's going on, setting the scene. So, what's
Yeah.
1128 all about?
I mean, we're getting introduced to a new character, really. I mean, we've seen glimpses of Saint Saturn in the background for quite some time, but we're about to see kind of who he is and, dude, how he moves, because he's crazy. But we're not there yet. We start off with we're still flying down the cloud with the Vegapunk crew. We got everyone in the Vega Tank 8, I believe it's called. And she I forget her name. She died. Wrath.
Atlas?
Atlas, thank you. Dude, I always forget her name. I don't know why. Atlas gives out the command to like kind of help out, but she can only be overridden by one person, and he appears on the island. That's Saint Saturn. He comes over and is like, "Hey, pacifistas, go ahead and relax." Which I think the anime had a really good way of putting this too. Like it has the pictures being like slid down.
Yeah,
Like
I
it'll
like
have
that
like
too. It's
seven
like,
Vegapunks, and then
you remember those toys as a kid in like the 90s where it's like, they were like, you look through them, binoculars,
the
and you kind of,
goggles.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it makes sense on a pacifista level, on a robotic level, because it's like, no, this is the whole thing. It's like your Windows background. Like, that's the default for the robot now. It's like, this is the command. So, I like that visualization.
I do too. And so Sanji, we're on the lookout for Bonnie right now. This crew, Sanji, Frankie, and everyone, they're trying to find Bonnie because they're trying to get up out of here. Right. This is an exit mission. We're not here really to do much, but to try to get out of here and get out to ocean.
Yeah, last they know, she
Um,
was kicked up to the Frontier Dome. They didn't
yeah.
know she fell down.
Almost died.
Yeah,
She should
they
be
got
dead.
no idea she fell from however high that is.
But Sanji has like this Diddy radar, it appears, and like he's able to find Bonnie, which I don't know if this is just, his observation hockey mixed with his airwalking just next level, but he finds her quickly.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like you can mix that observation hockey with just like you said, his airwalk, and he just like he doesn't even really got to think about it. He just navigates himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like a kind of like Gunko.
sure.
But yeah, bro, like we knew he had future sight, so we knew he had observation hockey. But this is just like pinpoint. Like, no, if he tries, he can find anybody he wants. Now, he only uses it for women in distress. That's a crazy sentence. But but he
You ain't
could.
wrong though.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
you ain't
literally
wrong.
has the hockey to find a hidden person on an island. So I mean, that's a feat. That's like damn near.
It is.
I mean, there's only one other person on the crew that I think could do that, and that's Usopp.
Sure.
So that
Maybe.
mixed with speed and actual fighting ability, like hand-to-hand fighting ability, very dangerous.
He is a dangerous individual. But before he does catch up to Bonnie, Bonnie's fighting for her life against a Marine crew led by, I think
Pomsky.
his name Pomsky, who has the sea otter fruit, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, how we
Um,
feel about his weapon? Like he slashed like this like piece of rubble that was over. You thought it was an axe, but it's like a giant clam.
Dude, okay, I actually thought
On
it was a mop for a second, dog. Like
me,
I was like, why
I
is
thought
this
it was
guy
like, is
using
that
a
a
mop?
boulder? But yeah, it's a giant clam, and I'm not from the coast. I don't see a lot of like shells and stuff like that. But if I ever like picked up like a clam or something like that, like I don't know, say I'm at the mall or something like that, you're like picking up one of them weird necklaces. You're like, this could be kind of sharp. You know what I mean? Like the
Sure.
sides of like the clam, like I guess mouth, whatever that is, like could be kind of sharp. So it's like I could see how he could use that to like shred through boulders and stuff like that. But I would much rather see him hockey it up and use it as a fucking bat. You know what I mean? Just start bashing people.
Yeah,
But yeah.
and I don't know if it's like an actual seashell or what, but I mean, the wiki says it's a hammerhead shaped like a seashell. I would imagine it's a
Oh,
real ass seashell,
yeah, me
right?
too. I would like
This is
that
One
more.
Piece.
Yeah.
This is One Piece.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
pretty
Like,
sure.
bro, yeah, no, you're not making special seashell hammers. You're going down to the
Yeah,
Fishman Islands and you're buying yourself a hammer that they use seashells.
and I will say this: since he has the sea otter fruit, I can tell you, sea otters have this weird thing with clams. They'll pick them up and they'll take them to like a rock and they'll bash the
That
shit out.
exactly. Like, okay, so it's like,
So,
but I think the
so
more
I don't know.
interesting part about this is Bonnie is like watching as the pacifistas go through just all kinds of trauma for Bonnie. This is
Yeah.
a trauma trip. This is a trauma trip for Bonnie.
Yes.
Like no matter where she goes, it's gonna be bad. All right, so she dodges Pomsky. She flips, jumps off the wall. She ain't got no bullets left, so she charges up. I forget what she calls it, like the NPE, NWE, or something like.
I couldn't even figure that out. I paused it to try to
Yeah,
think about it and I couldn't figure
like
it out.
whatever
But
that.
it
If you
basically
guys know what that anagram stands for, let us know. But long story short, we don't know her. I guess we do know that her ability is possible futures
yeah.
now, but I don't know if we know that here in the anime yet.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So it's her possible future ability. She's using it on her gun, shooting it out like a weapon. I'm like, does she have Conqueror's hockey? Because she is
Right.
using this on other people in a lot of different ways, in interacting with the
Ah,
environment in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? But she basically shoots like alternate reality bullets where they fucking see a different future of them turning into skeletons and dying, and they just fucking freak out.
it's called it induces a near death experience, NDE.
And NDE, near death experience. So it's like you
So
see a
it's
possible
like a
future.
midlife crisis. He just like sees his skeleton hands, which I thought that, I mean, dude, great. This 6 months hiatus for this anime break, this is really showing off because animation is next level.
It
I
is
really,
amazing, bro.
it is.
Every episode like this is that episode. You know what I mean? Like we're about 7 episodes in. Like this is that episode where they're like, okay, we got to the part we wanted. Like the
Yeah,
CGI clouds that they're adding in. I'm like, I've only seen One Piece do this in movies. You know what I mean? And so if that's the base level, now you don't need CGI clouds and shit like that to make it look good. But I'm considering the movie budget that they had back in like 2013, 2015 and stuff like that when they were doing that is
sure.
the episode budget. Every episode's got a
Hmm.
movie budget now, is what I'm assuming. But whatever.
Yeah.
Next thing, Bluegrass.
And yeah, Bluegrass is riding one of the pacifistas. Again, remember, the pacifistas are right now on our side, except one. Bluegrass is riding it because Bluegrass has the ability to, whenever she rides something, she just gains control of it, which we have a couple theories about here on the Grand Line Gazette, but, let us know if you guys want to hear those theories. But in the episode, it appears that Bluegrass's pacifista is not very strong. Gets her asses whooped.
Yeah. But before that, that's when Sanji does a speed blitz to save Bonnie. And that's when
Oh, right,
so
right.
she's about to get shot at by a image of her dad. And Sanji saves her. And then you're kind of like, you know what, Sanji, you're consistent at least. Like, because the first thing he says is, I heard that's your dad. Like,
Yeah,
he's like, the
yeah.
first thing he says is like, hey, like, I got you. Like, I ain't worried about that. You're like, man, all right, bro. Like, if you could get some cool ass fights, and you're not fighting people that look like Queen and shit like that, if you didn't creep, you'd be an okay character, man. But,
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
fine.
Chef on the blue line or whatever it's called, all blue. See, it's been so long.
Uh,
But yeah,
exactly.
basically, he's quicker than light. He's faster.
Yes.
We haven't really seen him fight Kizaru or do anything against Kizaru. I think we see one interaction, but I want to see how quick he is long term against Kizaru.
Sure. I mean, I think that might be a great fight because I don't think Kizaru is gonna eventually come to our side or anything. So I think he will need to be taken care of. And I think as far as Straw Hats go, he might be only one of the three that I would, really
Say could
put up
do
against
anything.
him.
Hey,
Zoro,
but
maybe.
quick question.
Go ahead.
About one of the middle three Straw Hats. Robin,
Okay.
how did she get injured? Because she's in the bed right now and everybody's watching. I'm like, I don't remember how she got injured.
Well, I think it was S Shark. I
Oh,
want to say
oh,
it was one of the Seraphims, I believe. But I mean that's what also spoilers for anybody not reading the manga. That's why I think she's gonna have a really big Elbaf arc is because this is basically what happens in Egghead. She just lays down. Later on, we actually thought she was captured, but it actually ends up that she was just in the in the bedroom on the ship like the whole time. It was like, oh,
that
okay,
we
so
had a
you're just
theory about that
literally
for like
doing
3 weeks, and it's like, oh, so
Yeah,
you just been in,
sleeping. Gotcha.
and I get it.
Cool.
That's probably why the Elbaf is why one of the first big fights is her fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. But Kaku just chilling here, dog. Like he don't got a plan. He's not like Lucci, where Lucci was like bloodthirsty, just waiting for a chance. Kaku's like just rested,
Hey,
legs
everybody at
up.
home, we're building our Marine squadron for the new age. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So we got people like obviously Smoker. We got people like Kobe and the
Yeah.
Sword Crew. Uh, Kaku, like
Kaku?
I
Yeah.
yeah, like Fujitora. Kaku, I feel like you're chill. You're just a spy. You know what I mean? But it's like I feel
Eh,
like you have morals though. You're like, there's some shit I'm not gonna do. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Once I find out that we're serving like demon creatures, I'm a little
Eh, what's this?
yeah. What?
I mean, that dude, that would shock me. Like, I think we're like the good guys,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, why is this monster? Um, but Saturn finally gets up, dude. If I was an anime only watcher, I guess this would make a lot of sense. Like, but now that I know like what happens and all that stuff, it's like, dude, just move. Like, I don't need to see like little frames of you getting up and walking and then whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
I think they're trying. I know that, but this was
I
a
don't know.
pretty like yeah. It did seem like they did a
Big.
lot of cuts.
It's huge.
They
It's
they
huge.
did a lot of cuts, but it's like I'm watching this and it's like Zoro seems to be evenly matched or like not. He's not struggling against Lucci. You know what I mean? But Lucci's still like
Sure.
overconfident. Like, hey, you guys are fucked. And then we
Yeah.
have Luffy who's fighting against Kizaru, and he doesn't really land his punch yet. I don't think, but he's just going back and forth against Kizaru, and it's like, okay, you're at a stalemate right now.
Mhm.
But this dude is about to topple the whole board, and we're watching like that happen. Like the clouds come in. I don't
Well,
understand the wine unless it's blood. This has to be like the same kind of wine that I don't know, fucking Mihawk drinks or something like that. There's got to be something specific about this red wine because whenever anybody drinks red wine, or like right here or Mihawk, it it always just emphasizes the wine. I think that's strange.
well, in a couple episodes ago, and like we can talk about it after the episode review. It glows. Now, I don't know if that's a just a color choice or if it's like, hey, this is the only way you're about to see this future form. Like this is an elixir bond
Bam,
that
elixir.
we have.
That's where I'm at.
Like,
Like it's got to be an
yeah,
elixir. And wait, and it's like speaking of colors, we've had all kinds of theories on the colors of the summoning circles, the different colors of the summoning circles, whether they're blue, black, purple, red. They're all of them. It's all of the colors like blending
yeah,
and like kind of melting. So I think these are like different forms of hockey. You have the pure like black-hearted hockey. You have the blue like oceanic hockey, like the pink sun hockey, the red sun hockey, and then you have like the purple like I don't know. Maybe that's just like whatever Fujitora is, like the people, like the natural hockey or something.
I think you're on. I mean, the four gods. I think they can have a different hockey style for each. I mean, dude, you get too far into it, and it's like, are we talking about the four Avatar nations? And it's like, I don't. I mean, dude, but that's everywhere. I mean, you can find that type of style and everything. So I'm not hating it. I do want to focus on the ocean kind of standing still when he teleports. I
Hmm.
felt like that was a little the calm sea esque. I don't know. I didn't know if you had a feeling about that.
I'm not too sure. Maybe a calm before the storm kind of thing, like before like the giant implosion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I When he does touch down, first of all, they're like, hey, anybody who's not a Commodore or above, you better just get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, you're not gonna give me time to digest the situation. Second of all, like when he touches down, giant explosion, just like huge like tornado like spin of like wind and everything like that. And like the cool moment during that is, well, obviously it's just cool what happens and like how grand of an explosion it is. But then you see the like Vegapunks and everybody like driving on the clouds around the plume of smoke. You know what I mean? Like imagine that, like a nuke goes off and you're just outside the like plume and you're like, bro, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like you don't know that's a like you know a Gorosei's coming. Well, I guess Vegapunk's the only one that really knows like what's going on.
Yeah. All the Vegapunks and the satellites. But even Doberman here is like it appears, and I was asking you in the pre-show, is like, at what point are you like, hey, this you're about to see this, and then like this may be Doberman's first time seeing it, even though he's just like he read the report, but he's like, yeah, you forgot to mention the spider looking monster on the beach that we're
Yeah.
gonna have.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the
You're like,
ad
oh yeah, dark clouds, yeah,
there is
yeah,
no way
ocean,
the
yeah,
vice admirals did not know that a Gorosei was
yeah,
on a ship, especially when one of the admirals is fighting away from the Gorosei. Like they had
yeah.
to know, and they're like, and if need be, like the Gorosei will step in himself. Like, what does that mean? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Is he gonna politic us to death? Like, shut up. Like, it's like, no, no, no. You misunderstand.
No,
Like,
like he will touch down, and he looks like this brings so many like theories together that
yeah,
you could make when Saturn touches down. He looks all gelatinous and stuff like that, much like when they fought Sabo. You know what I mean? He doesn't like solidify till after. But remember when
mm,
Sabo showed up, they were all those like just weird like gelatinous like cloud like shadow looking
yeah,
creatures.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's
I
one
thought that was more
thing.
of a silhouette thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
I
was their
like that. I like
silhouettes,
that.
but it was a silhouette of his pre-form before he
I like that.
solidified. That was like what it looked like, and I was like, oh wait, so it's gelatinous, much like slimy that Caesar made.
Ooh,
I'm like, what was
okay.
Caesar really doing? Because like they had the same eyes.
Ooh,
I'm like, that's just like Slimy. That's just like Conjuro when he turned into that fire cloud. I'm like, there's something there about that preform, that gelatinous preform. That I'm like, it's just this had to be owed to being like, no, this is how the transformation looks. Like, this is how it's supposed to go. There's no way that was independent. That's gotta mean something.
I want and I wonder because if there has to be levels to the abyss, right? And for those of you anime only watchers, these teleport this yokai form. I believe it's all a part of a scale that we've now learned is called the abyss. I don't know if Gunko is Gunko have a form like this? I don't know. That'd be kind of crazy though if she did. Um, but as we know from the manga, Saturn and the other Gorosei outrank everyone else as far as the pacifista authority scale. So Saturn just tells them all to chill, and this kind of tells everyone in the car like Agorose is on the island. Like they won't listen to me because of this.
Yeah, that's when Vegapunk, like, it all clicks. And
Yeah.
what's a crazy part right now is, like, Bonnie's like, what is that monster? So, in the mindset of Bonnie, like, Saturn's already a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He made your life a living hell, experimented on you, manipulated and experimented on your dad, and now, like, he's always been a monster in your head. But now he's, like, really a monster. Like, the anxiety attack she has is like, damn. But she a dog about it. She picks
Yeah.
up a sword and she tries to attack him. I'm like, man, there you go. There you go. See, not like
Yep.
Deku. In the very beginning, Deku would be like doubled over, like, oh, what do I do? No, 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 no. Get over it. Get to moving.
No, but exactly. That's exactly who I thought of too. Like Deku saving Bakugo from the sludge monster. It was like at the very like she's like, "Hey, look, you can kill me, but I'll try." And
Oh,
I think that's what's gonna make her the best Straw Hat. She's gonna be our 10th and final member. She's gonna be the one who gets the Straw Hat in the end. That's just my theory. But
see, I think it's gonna be somebody else because she's already like the Straw Hat's supposed to be like for the next generation who's got the dream. Like if she makes it all the way out there, well, I guess because Shanks did too.
I don't know. She's 9. That's
That's
what
true.
I.
Because
That's what I
Shanks,
keep telling myself. Is like, don't think she's like already old. Like she's not. Like I don't know. I could be
yeah.
wrong. Could be
Until
wrong.
they start showing her more. Well, I guess in Elbaf she is. She stayed a kid ever since she ran into her dad again.
Yeah, I do like the sound of the pentagram. I thought their soundtrack on this on so far has just been spot on. It's different than like your Conquerors hockey, your Future Sight hockey, all that stuff. So I do like that. I think it's nice.
Oh, last thing. Luffy snuck one on Kizaru and he used up the last of his energy in Gear 5th. That was. I mean, I am not a fan of the Tom and Jerry sounds when it comes to Luffy. I understand it completely, but like when he did the spin and he's like, oh wait, I'll just use this momentum, like his UFO move that he used to use all the. Actually, not all the time. He used it once. He's like, oh, this is just like my UFO move. He spins
I
back, brings the like fist back, and then punches him. I'm like, oh, that's the same kind of punch he was doing to Kaido, where it just
yeah.
deforms your face.
Which I don't was Kizaru like is Kizaru tired? I don't think so. Like all of this, I don't think he's tired. I think the only thing that Luffy really did was punch him once. So I don't think he's all that exhausted. So I think he was just kind of draining
Yeah.
Luffy at this point.
I think he's winded. But
Oh,
I
okay.
also, I don't know how many punches he's taken recently. Like Aokiji, I could give it to you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're an Iceman. People are gonna have to try to break the ice. You know what I'm saying? But like Kizaru, I don't know if you're really used to taking punches. So
Yeah.
we'll see how effective that really was, and how effective like maybe it'll be long term.
I did notice that Saturn had double irises. I did see that. But he already has PTSD from the last Nika. He's like, oh damn it! I wish it wasn't true.
He's like,
But
look at you.
he sees his old captain or his old captain's devil fruit. Check out our theory on the Gorosei in one of the videos I think we did.
We'll link it never.
Do you like the color of Saturn? I like the
I
purple.
do, bro. Like I'm like okay, like I'm
Poison.
so like these color schemes that he picks are just like damn. I would never have even thought that. You're thinking like all black legs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's
Hmm.
black suit and stuff. But no, it's like no, this dude's purple.
Gives me some like venom, poisonous vibes.
Yeah.
But the thing here is all of this links for Bonnie because she remembers in Kuma's memories of what the sound of Saturn's voice was through a snail, and she automatically just dropped everything, picked up a sword, and went to town. Dude, next episode is gonna be heart wrenching. It's gonna be so sad, Chad.
Yeah. So
uh
you guys let us know your guys' thoughts below on the episode. We'll be here next week for the next episode, and we got plenty of theories and admirals to talk about. So stay
yep.
tuned. Catch y'all next time.
Peace.